Thank you for watching the World Community Magazine's Hour of Power Live on Facebook with your host Edward McQueen and April Garner Davis.
Welcome to our program. I was muted there. I'm your co-host Ed McQueen. So we're going to get right into the our program today, and we're so glad that you're joining us. It's going to be some information that, and you're going to be proud of who we are bringing forth to you. The young man that I'm certainly proud of, and I'm going to wish him the best. And as you saw in the promo, we want you all to wish him the very best also. So we're going to be talking about movement medicine, and within that, this young man is describing what he's been entailing, and he's been and doing with, and that is physical therapy is one of them. And there's a lot of physical therapy going on around Horry County. Everybody's got a lot of people got knee problems, mostly stuff like that. And we never really get into in depth as far as I know. And as far as to that some of the questions that should be asked, and why certain things happen. Okay, that's kind of generalizing, but I'm going to leave it at that because I'm going to give you the opportunity to call in. I'm not call in, but send your comments in and ask these questions to him. He's a young man. Without any further ado, oh, by the way, he is our new, the World Community Magazine's new health editor. And he's deserving of that because of his background. I mean, what he's doing now and the things that you've seen his article in the last May issue. His article was Healthy Living Through Lifestyle Medicine. And he listed himself as the Emergency Department Medical Scribe at Tidelands Health here locally. And his ambition is to be a doctor, a physician. And we want to continue to encourage him and keep him on that road to be a physician in Horry County, okay, or surrounding counties, okay. So he is also a Division I athlete, or a former Division I athlete at Furman University. I think it was soccer, I believe. But he's got all these accolades, and man, we're just excited. He is excited about being on today's broadcast, and we're also excited. So without any further ado, let's bring on Mr. Christian Newman, and he's our new. You see the subtitle he has there, right? Health editor. So we're excited because he's like I was giving an overview of Christian about your last article in the magazine. That was great. That was really fantastic. Got a lot of feedback on that. Okay, so the people are waiting to meet you. So yes, I said, well, yeah, let's just bring him on. Bring him to the broadcast. See what he's got to say. All right. So, hey, Christian, I'll give you the opportunity to introduce yourself, and from there we'll let the flow go with in terms of what you're going to talk about, and hopefully all these I'm sure it's an interesting information, a lot of that some people need, a lot of people need. So there you go.
Yes, sir. So, hey everyone, my name is Christian Newman. I'm a recent Furman graduate. I'm a dual sport athlete. I played soccer and I did track and field at Furman. I'm originally from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Went to high school at Socastee High School, and also went to AST. And I'm just super, super grateful for this opportunity. And like Cousin McQueen said, I am an aspiring physician wanting to work in family medicine. I have experience in physical therapy, sports medicine, family medicine, emergency medicine now. And I absolutely love healthcare and wanting to treat patients.
Wow. No, that's good. So, Christian, and your title, your role now that you play at, well, first of all, where are you working now?
Yes, sir. So I currently just finished my job. So I took a gap year after I graduated from Furman, and I start my program. I'm doing the Furman Master of Science in Community Engaged Medicine, and it's at Furman as well, which we're agreeing to my new apartment. Just got married, so yes, sir.
I know you can't wait. So we've had you at least our conversation brought about that you were a medical scribe at
Yes.
Tidelands Health.
Mm-hmm.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir. That is correct.
Okay. Yeah. Now, if everybody's same way I am, I want to know what a scribe is.
Yes. So scribes.
I know the root word. I know the root word of scribe is
Exactly.
you know. Yeah,
Exactly.
I know that root
Yes.
word, but
So I actually didn't know what a scribe was going into it either. So I was like, I was new to it. So essentially what a scribe is, so you have scribes. My wife, she worked in family medicine. I worked in emergency medicine. And emergency medicine, if you don't know, it's very, very fast paced. So I had to go to each room and essentially what the doctor says, what the doctor questions the patient, whether it's about what their medications are, what their past medical history are, what their past social history, whether they smoke or drink, whether or not, whatever it is, I have to write down whatever it is, and I have to formulate a history of present illness. So I do a history of present illness. Then the doctor does a physical exam. So he checks their breathing, he checks their heart rhythm, and then they do medical decision making, where I have to get the differentials, I have to get the exam, I have to get the plan for the patient, what they need to do next in emergency medicine. So that's what a medical scribe is in the ED, and it was definitely very eye opening.
It was eye-opening to me too. Yeah, the first thing that dawned on me was that when you say medical scribe, I knew it had to do with writing.
Yes, sir.
And
a lot of writing.
Because that's the root word of scribe. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
But that's good experience. Okay, I'm sure it is. So Christian, I'll let Gerald, my wife, come on later on. She was gonna give a little more background on where she met you and all that kind of stuff, along with another article. Okay, but yeah. So Christian, I'm gonna try to get a profile of you.
Yes.
How old are you now? You're 20. What?
23. Just turned 23.
Just turned 23.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Congratulations. It's right. You seem excited about that. So yeah, and you know. So, as much as you have spoken for the past minute or two, I'm impressed, yes, and I'm sure a lot of our viewers are impressed also. You know, I mentioned that you were putting a focus on in our next article. Okay, by the way, you are the health editor. We'll let them know, right? And for the World Community Magazine, and the next article that you submitted. Was about it focused on physical therapy.
Sure.
Okay, and I just touched base on that briefly about what people need to know about physical therapy. That not that just going there and then just getting your therapy, and you can't wait until your 6 weeks is over with, stuff like that. But give us some more insight onto what how do you restore your health through physical therapy.
Yes. So I was very excited to write this article because I have experiences at Select Physical Therapy in Myrtle Beach, right beside the dunes. And I also had experience in sports medicine at Furman. And I also saw a lot of musculoskeletal injuries in the emergency medicine as well at Tidelands Health. So I have just so much experience just seeing what type of injuries people have, whether it's back pain, knee pain, neck pain. It's excruciating. It definitely is excruciating. As a retired soccer player, I have a little bit of that pain already. But yeah, I for this issue, for the June issue, I went over different types of exercises, whether, like I said, for back, neck, or knee pain. And I also went over different exercises for lifestyle pain, such as like carpal tunnel syndrome, where you have a lot of people working, obviously. So as a medical scribe, I was getting a little bit of carpal tunnel syndrome with how much I was working. So there's lifestyle pain. There's also workers' comp, where you get a lot of, people lifting heavily. You get a lot of that. You get a lot of fibromyalgia as well. And then I also listed neurovascular and lifestyle exercise. And what I would see at Select Physical Therapy, I would see a lot of patients that are rehabilitating from CVAs, which is cerebrovascular accidents, so strokes. So a lot of patients were there was a lot of rehabilitation there. There was a lot of speech therapy there. So there's different avenues when it comes to physical therapy. And it's very important that you do therapy, especially after knee replacements, especially after rotator cuff injuries. So I'm so excited for everyone to see this issue because I worked so hard on listing just different exercises that can help out with these various injuries.
Yeah. I wish I could give them a preview, but I am save it for them. Now
Yes,
we're talking about it right now, so that's the preview they're going to be getting.
yes,
So
sir.
look forward to it, my viewers. You gotta something new that's coming in. It's going to be exciting to know about. Good knowledge too, knowledge base. Yeah. So Christian, uh, um, kudos to Dr. McIver.
Yes.
Who is
Yes.
he's
Yes, sir.
I'd like to let the audience know that you were part of just a little bit of part of our summer jobs program along with at Dr. McIver's office, and you were an intern there.
Yes.
Was that 3 years ago?
Yes, sir. So I worked with Dr. McIver for 5 years. I think he's my godfather. And he's
Right,
awesome.
yeah.
So he has been monumental. He's such a big mentor within my life. That's why I want to go into family medicine, is because Dr. McIver, I call him Uncle Winston, so I got to call him Dr. McIver.
Right, absolutely.
Yes, sir. But he is such a monumental impact. He's been such a monumental impact within my life, and why I want to pursue family medicine and private practice as well.
Yeah. And that was a summer job that you all had, right?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So yes, sir. I did my senior master, and I also did a couple summer jobs with him.
So that had a lot to do with your aspiration of being a doctor. I'm
Yes,
sure,
sir.
right?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah. Well, so I'm sure you're looking forward to it. And you said you just completed a master's degree in what?
So I'm pursuing. I start June 9th. So I just finished my
Okay.
bachelor's degree, and I took a gap year as a medical scribe, and I'm pursuing my master's degree. Yes, sir.
Right. In
Community engaged medicine at Furman University.
okay,
Yes,
engaged
sir.
medicine. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So is that a prerequisite for? I mean, a non-required prerequisite, I don't know, for lack of a better word, for medical school.
Yeah, so I actually applied to medical school, and unfortunately, I did not get in this year, and it's just a little setback.
Right.
But the master's program has a pathway program into the medical school. So what I'm doing is, so I finished my bachelor's degree, and you need to take all of your pre-medicine prerequisites, obviously, whether it's biochemistry,
Right.
organic chemistry, and then you take the MCAT, which is
Right.
kind of like the entry test into medical school. So I
Right.
took that twice. Didn't get the score I needed. So what I'm
Right.
doing is I'm retaking it this August, and I'm super excited to finally, hopefully, pass the test and attend medical school next cycle. So I'm super excited for sure. So I'm doing the master's program, which will enhance my medical competence
Right.
and everything
Right.
like that. So yes, sir.
Man, it sounds like you're not going to let anything hold you back.
Nothing.
Okay.
Nothing.
And I like that drive.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
from you, and I feel blessed, and I'm sure the staff on the World Community Magazine feels blessed that we have you as a new health editor,
Yes, sir.
and you're following in the footsteps of a giant health editor that we had,
Yes, sir.
Brother William Hughes. He was a urologist, and right locally, or retired urologist, and he wrote many articles for the community to absorb, and that was right along the time that the issue of prostate was becoming big, and he issued a lot of warning. He just played such an important part, and we'll miss him. He's the late Dr. William Hughes, and we are going to miss him quite well. We have missed him anyway. So we got some comments from some people from YPI School of Barbering, Barbering School, that said, looks like we'll be changing doctors soon. Well, I hope, so that's your encouragement, man.
Yes.
That's your
Yes.
encouragement.
I have such a big village of family and friends that are constantly supporting me and loving on me and telling me not to give up. Because at one point I was definitely at a low point within my life, but hey, all we can do is keep on pushing forward. So I want to continue to keep on pursuing being a physician.
Man, I like your drive, man.
Yes, sir.
I wish I had that when I was young. I mean, I'm satisfied with I am, but I just wish I had that more drive.
Yes, sir.
So we're so glad, and the community is so glad. You can tell by the comments that we have a future doctor that we're going to call you that. Okay,
Yes,
call
sir.
you a future doctor.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Fort Horry County, and you see one person, Jessica Chestnut, just says, "Yes, Dr. Newman." Yeah, it says it was Sonia Ford that says, "Keep on,
Yes,
Christian. We're proud of you." Look, man, look at that, look at that. And Miss Priscilla Fuller, glad to know that you're not giving up the faith.
always keeping the
Right,
faith. Yes,
right.
sir.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And I know April is excited too to hear that, how these kind of comments are coming in for you like that. So,
Yes, sir.
yeah, to our commenters, keep it up. See that? So excited for your future. See, everybody's calling you Dr. Furman, Dr.
Yes, sir.
Newman, Dr. Newman. Well, that's good, man. Good.
Yes,
I'm
sir.
glad that. So, and you have a sister and a brother.
Yes.
You want to tell us a little bit about your family?
Yes.
I know your dad,
Yes.
Mr.
100%. Yes.
Ozell Newman.
So Newman. Yes, sir. That's my dad.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. So
Ashton is okay.
yeah. Oh, what were you saying? Sorry about that.
Well, just briefly, just let people know that you have good support, family
Yeah,
support.
yeah.
You
So
know,
my older brother Ashton right now, Ashton Newman, he graduated from Socastee High School as well. Went to Coastal Carolina and graduated with his bachelor's. And now is working in ophthalmology. And then my little
wow.
sister, she's a junior at AST, which is the high school I went to. So I always say she's following in my footsteps, going to AST. So she's also through a pre-medicine program. So the whole Newman,
Wow.
all the Newman family is in all the Newman children are in the healthcare field.
Wow.
My dad was trying to get us to kind of be in the engineering world, but we're in the
Yeah.
healthcare field. So
Yeah.
all three
Yeah.
children. Yes. So my
Yeah.
dad is. Oh,
Yeah, I don't know how Ozell feel that you're not following in his footsteps. I'm sure he wanted you to be an engineer, right?
oh yeah. We went to multiple camps, PMEX in South Carolina,
Yeah.
PMEX, and it was a great experience.
Yeah.
But
Right.
engineering is not for me at all. It definitely helped.
That's not for you. Right, he's probably the same medicine, nothing for him. Because for so many years. I mean,
Yeah, I was looking at some of his college work. I was like, that's a little bit of a foreign language to me. And then he looks at some of my medical competencies and he's like,
That's
oh my
right.
gosh, what does that mean? So
That's right.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Yes, sir. And then,
Yeah. Ozell and I chat sometimes. We talk
Yes,
about engineering things, but yeah, and wow, your comments are still coming in. Excited about the future. They want to know if you're retired.
Yeah, so my dad has been working for over 30 years at Santee Cooper, and he's gonna retire soon. He's still trying to get my sister through college, but he's gonna retire soon. That's what he says. So,
Well,
Yes, sir.
bless him. God bless him. I tell you.
yes, sir.
Yeah, and that's good, man. So do you when we start get back to physical therapy a little bit? Do you think it's that the word is out there enough for people to get physical therapy on a lot of time insurance has something to do with it,
Yes,
with people
100%.
being able to do that.
Yes.
So what have you run into in terms of people with no insurance and they want, I know you're at Tidelands, and they want to have something like physical therapy, even if the doctor recommended them.
Yeah, definitely. So I worked at Tidelands, like you said, and I also worked at Select Physical Therapy. And what we learned at Furman, it's called the social determinants of health. And yes, there is definitely a lack of people not having health insurance, and it's like night and day, the bills. I mean, I even had to go to the ED because I have a history of hypertension. So my bill was pretty high in the ED, and I couldn't even imagine what somebody's bill would be if they didn't have health insurance.
Didn't have insurance.
I have Blue Cross Blue Shield through my dad's company. But I couldn't even imagine what people have without insurance. And unfortunately, as a medical scribe, I didn't really see too much in the healthcare administration side of things. But I do know that Tidelands does offer certain programs for people that do not have insurance. I do know they offer that because it's an emergency department. Like if someone's coming with a cardiac arrest, you're not going to ask them, like, do you have any insurance or not? But, you're going to perform on the patient and then you're going to bill them. So I definitely want to get more educated on the healthcare administration side of things. But that is a big hole in healthcare is lack of insurance and lack of quality of care as well, because if you don't have insurance, then you may not get seen, and you may have hypertension.
Right.
You may suffer from different diseases, like you said, like prostate cancer. Like a lot of people, like for example, like some of my family members even got diagnosed. My grandpa, who died at 48, and also my dad's little brother, who died at the age of 6. Their income wasn't as high, so I mean, they weren't able to get the access to healthcare that like they should, and they weren't diagnosed early enough. And I think that's a big problem that we have in healthcare now, is that a lot of patients, especially men, don't really go to the doctor because I don't know if there's like for example, they might get misdiagnosed or they may have a family member that got misdiagnosed. So there's a lot of people that are not going into healthcare because of those fears. But I think it's definitely needed for people to go. And the lack of insurance is probably why some people don't go, is because finances is definitely a big problem when it comes to healthcare, because it's just so expensive nowadays.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I know we were pushing. We may have gone over when we said that we'll welcome you back into Horry County as a doctor.
Yes.
Is that your goal to be back in Horry County?
Yes. My goal is to serve back here in Horry County for a lot of reasons, obviously. Especially, I didn't mention this, but my mother recently passed away about 3 months ago. So her care that she got was tremendous. And I've never really experienced, that was my first death. It was my mother. So it's definitely took a toll on our family for sure. But the care that she got from Coastal Cancer Center, and she also went to MUSC as well, which is in Charleston, not Horry County. But just in this realm of South Carolina, I definitely want to practice back here in Myrtle Beach, in Horry County, somewhere here because of her. She's another reason why I just don't want to stop my dream to become a physician, because I want to cure different diseases like what she had. She died of liver cancer, so it's just definitely been tough. There's a lot going on, but she's one of my main reasons why I want to continue to keep on pursuing my goal of becoming a physician. So
I'm going to get back to your godfather,
yes.
Dr. MacGyver.
Yes, sir.
I'm sure he had a great influence upon you,
yes.
Like we said earlier. Now, do you will you pursue general practice or
yes,
primary practice, or not specialize in anything?
Yeah, so I want to do the same thing as him. I want to work in family medicine. So he works in family medicine, and he also owns his own practice at Waccamaw Primary Care. That is essentially what I want to do. And he also works at sports medicine at Coastal Carolina.
Yeah.
So
he's got a lot of hats, man.
Yes. He is a busy guy and an awesome guy. He's amazing. He's an amazing doctor, which is why he has so many patients. He sees 70 patients a day. He's a beast for sure.
Yeah. He's a beast. He's a beast.
Yes.
I wish I had him on there today. I'm sure he's busy. Otherwise, I would have asked him to come and join you and say something, about you. But you can see all the comments that are coming in. Look, you got some.
That's family.
Magnificent. Yeah. Christian, you got this. Keep pushing.
Yes.
What else you got up here, man? Minister said, charity care. Oh man, it's just look. April is putting them up there. Look, I mean, it's from people.
Yes.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Wow.
Family means the world to me, and like I said, family has definitely been a big part of my life. I'm very family oriented, so family. I mean, it's so important.
Yeah, good.
Yes,
we know that. I've seen that in the family.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen that, and glad to know that. I know you all well.
Yes, sir.
So in your like I said, in this new edition that you submitted, as our health editor in the June issue, the focus was on physical therapy, but there were other things that you were talking about, and that and there was you showed the graphics on there, and you showed the different positions, and this kind of knowledge is worth money, okay? This kind of knowledge is worth money. I mean, you took your time to research that, to find out, what you can tell people. And in the event that for some reason they can't go to a physical therapist. I mean,
Exactly.
those positions that you put in the magazine, showing the magazine that's going to do some, you just do everybody some good.
Yes.
They're there.
Yes, sir.
So I want to encourage people to look at this next edition that's coming out in probably another week. Okay, that's the June edition of the Rural Community Magazine, and you know, we can't wait to fill up the magazine, man. So we can. Well, we're glad to showcase you. Right away, I want to let you know that. Yeah, yeah. So that, I don't I don't want to talk about Miss Newman right now because you may
Yeah.
I'm sure she's looking, she's observing, but she but you recently got married.
Yes, I got married. So a little bit of backstory. So we got married. Actually, our official marriage is on February 15th. So that was about 6 days before my mother passed away. So we were able to get, she was able to see that. And then we also got married on May 17th. So it was an amazing celebration. Shout out to the Rojas family and obviously my dad for putting on such a great, and all the vendors and everybody's, it's just amazing. But my wife is amazing. She's been so supportive, and she's also pursuing medical school right now. So she's on the wait list right now for the USC School of Medicine Greenville, which is the school that I want to eventually attend. So she's excited.
Yeah, it looks like you're full of excitement, man. And that's good. That's really good. So, do you? What can you tell our young? I know you're young yourself, but
Yes.
you had a journey. You
Yes.
had a journey yourself.
Yes, sir.
What would you like to share with the young people who are younger than you are, or people who your age, okay,
Yes.
or maybe just a little bit older? You know, when
Yes.
you're in your 20s, you still got a ways to go in terms of your career, whatever. A lot of people haven't made up their mind during that time.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the biggest thing I have to say is 3 words. Exposure is key. That's something that my dad taught me. That exposure is key. So like I said, I have experience in sports medicine, family medicine. I have experience in emergency medicine, and I saw it's all different. So emergency medicine, obviously a lot more fast paced. So you're going to see a lot more, like also, I can't tell you how many, like one day there was back-to-back cardiac arrests. So it's so fast paced. It's so fast paced. Family medicine, like you get your follow-ups, you get your labs, you get your medication refills. And then physical therapy, you get your rehabilitation and therapeutic. And I also talked about in the issue, you get your dry needling and you get your stem electrode pad placements. So there's different avenues. So my biggest advice for people that want to pursue medicine and that want to eventually become a physician is to get exposure. That's something that I'm trying to teach my little sister right now. She has some exposures lined up this summer. Exposure is key. That's my biggest advice, because you're going to see so many different avenues, and you're going to work in this career for over 30 years. So you want to love your job. You don't want to just work just to work. You want to love your job. And I love family medicine, and that's why I want to work in family medicine.
Okay. Let's go back to the comments over here. I mean, there's so many of them, man. These people kept. Yeah, go ahead. And April will put them on there for you. All right, Priscilla, full of number of black students have gotten admitted to other countries, then came back to this country. Do you find these options still available?
Yes. So I've gotten multiple emails so there's a lot of medical schools in the Caribbean. So that's still a different avenue. I met a family physician that was working. So they do rotations in residency. They did a rotation in emergency medicine, and he did medical school in the Caribbean. And you have to take an exam to just make sure that they're accredited. So those options are still available to go to medical school. And it's just not the Caribbean. I'm sure there's so many other places that you go to medical school to practice here in the United States. So yes, those options are still available.
Right. Cuba is one, I believe.
Yes. Yes, sir.
Yeah. And that's virtually free, but a lot of people don't know about that.
Yes. Yes, sir. Yeah. It's still a great avenue. Whatever avenue, whether it's MD or DO, whatever you do, you're still serving patients and you're still loving on patients. So we just need more physicians, because there's definitely a physician shortage right now. So we need to continue to keep on making more physicians for sure.
This is YPI School of Barbering. Are you familiar with that? White gas.
Yes, sir. I am. Yes, sir.
It
Yes,
says
sir.
healthcare is becoming a major issue, and insurance companies are charging more,
Yes.
while healthcare physicians are limited to what services they can
Yes.
provide due to the coverage. What do you
Yes.
say about that?
That's very true. So in the emergency medicine, we refer a lot of patients to orthopedists. We refer to a lot of patients to cardiopulmonologists. So the services are becoming more limited, and the prices are going up. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
becoming crazy now. Just the inflation that's been going on in healthcare. So that's why I want to eventually practice to work in free clinics to help our community, because it's. If you don't know me, I'm a serving person, and that's what I think my calling is in this world. That's what I think God gave me, is to serve people. So I want to eventually help people that don't have insurance and provide different programs for people who don't have insurance. So that's a correct statement, that healthcare prices are certainly going up for sure, and I don't see it anytime soon going down. So.
Yeah, I don't either. I don't either. We're gonna this broadcast is being recorded. I'm definitely
Yes.
gonna say this for 5 years from now. You're gonna look back at all these stuff that you said,
Yes, sir.
and I'm sure you're gonna be a doctor then by this. So
Yes, sir.
here's Miss Danica Royas.
Yep.
There's also a
That's my
shortage of
brother-in-law.
specialists. What does it say?
That's my brother. That's my brother-in-law right there. Yes, sir.
Oh,
Mother-in-law.
okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. Yeah, I think I better. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And this, look, who's this guy?
Oh yeah, who's that? Who's that? What's going on? That's my dad. Newman. He's been so monumental in my life as
That's
well.
like that. Right. Right. Well, he's thanking us. Hey, you got to give God the thanks, Brother Ozell. That's what it is now. You can thank us, but you got to give God the thanks.
Yes, sir. Always.
Okay. Um, it says, yeah, all these comments, man. It's man, you're blowing up the system tonight. I mean, that's because people are, they're so appreciative of you,
Yes,
and they
sir.
want to push you on, man.
Yes,
Put
sir.
you on.
Thank you. Thank you.
And Mr. Fuller came back and said, "What can we do to spark the interest of Black students in medicine at an earlier age?"
Yeah. So the biggest thing for me, like I said, is exposure is key for number one. And like I said, black students are like, I had in my pre-medicine classes, I was maybe the one or two Black students in pre-medicine. So I think it's mentorship is a big part of it, because if it wasn't for Dr. McIver, if it wasn't for my dad pushing me and saying you can do it, you can get into medicine.
Right.
I think mentorship is a big could spark the interest of a lot of Black students, because a lot of like myself, when I was younger, I was like, I can't do that. I'm not good enough in comparison to other races and ethnicities. I'm like, I'm not good enough to be a physician like Dr. McIver. I'm not good enough to be a physician like Ben Carson. I'm not. I thought I wasn't good enough. So I think a lot of young Black students just need encouragement, and they need mentorship. And that's what I also plan on doing, is mentoring young Black students. I think that's very important to do, is mentor. It's very important for sure.
Right. And yeah, I guess says mentoring is key for sure. Yeah.
Yes.
And people shouldn't be over think that we're crossing the line when he focuses on when Christian focuses on young Black students, because the country knows the shortage that exists. So why not? Okay, you should focus on that.
Yes.
And but you're going to be the doctor to everybody.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, you be doctor to everybody,
Yes.
just like Dr. McIver is doctor to everybody.
Yes.
He's got some patience, man.
Yes, he has
He's
a
got
lot
some
of
patience.
Yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, man, you're lightening up the comment section here. Okay. And people agreeing with you with the mentoring is the key.
Yes.
Okay.
Very important.
Yeah. Do you see that a lot in this area where a lot of mentoring going on?
Yeah,
What about it? Yeah.
I see a lot of when I was growing up, I was a part of the 100 Black Men of Myrtle Beach. And that's where I saw a lot of stuff. They took us everywhere. And that's where I got to see different types of engineering. That's where I got to see finance. That's where I got to see business. So yeah, mentorship is huge in the Myrtle Beach community, but it's always about finding the right people. Whoever you surround yourself is who is going to make you succeed. So
Right.
it's finding that community. And there's definitely a community in Myrtle Beach for sure. Whether it's healthcare, whether it's business, whether it's any avenue of life, you just have to help people that will help you try to succeed.
So there was a question there from Ms. LaShaw Temple.
Yeah.
How have you balanced academics, extracurricular activities, and other commitments while preparing for medical school?
Yeah. So as a student athlete, so like I said, I did soccer on the men's soccer team, and I also did track my last year. So the first year, a little bit of background, I was a COVID student, so 2020. So I was going to school, and everybody had to social distance and everything like that. So that first year was tough, trying to balance my academics,
Right.
extracurricular activities. But the second, third, and fourth year, I was thriving. I was a part of various organizations, whether it was a Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Alpha Epsilon Delta, Bible studies within my soccer team, and obviously the sports, and trying to balance those academics. It was certainly not easy, but I was able to do so. I keep a planner. I actually, it's right in my room back there. I could not live without that planner. I write everything in my planner, and that's one of the biggest reasons why I was able to balance those academics, and just staying resilient and staying focused was also very
Right.
important, because I still had a social life when I was in college, but my primary focus was trying to get into medical school, trying to finish with the best grades. I finished with 3.64, which is all right. It's not the best, but it's what I'm happy about. I finished cum laude at Furman University, so I finished with 3.64. But that's my biggest thing was I was staying focused, I was staying resilient, and I was able to balance all of my extracurricular activities, whether it was clubs, whether it was sports. I was able to do it, and all with God's grace as well. I mean, I knew I was able to get through it. So I'm so thankful to Furman University. For I had no idea to about what kind of experience I was going to have there, but I'm so thankful. And I'm so excited to be back to do my master's program to eventually prepare me for medical school. So.
Yeah. I hope you, when you get in medical school, I hope it's exciting for you. I'm sure it's going to be exciting. It's
Yes,
going
sir.
to be, but equally challenging. Okay.
Yes. Yes, sir.
But
Definitely.
the way you sound now, that you're anxious to get in there, you're anxious to, start learning new things. Look at all these comments, man. Man, yeah, send these people, man. With Carmen, you're so awesome. Uh, Kenzel Newman, said, love you, big brother. Sister, right?
Yes. That's my little
Yeah,
sister.
yeah, right. And that's a YP school event bothering, man. Must be some functioning guys over
Yes,
there.
sir.
Yeah. Oh man, you end up a lot of encouragement, brother
Yes, sir.
Christian. A lot of
Yes.
encouragement, man, and hope you take this and run with it.
Yes. Definitely.
Um, I'm excited. I'm more excited than you are.
Yes, sir. Thank
I'm
you.
more excited than you are. I'll let you know. I was excited when I first saw you at Dr. McIver's office as an intern.
Yes.
I was lit up, man. I'm saying, wow. And look, sometimes only Dr. McIver can do something like that. He pick some, you know.
Exactly.
He's always a part of the community. Okay,
Yes,
so
sir. He is.
he's a part of the community.
He
So
is.
yeah, he and his wife.
Yes. Oh my
Yeah,
auntie. Yes, Auntie Angela. Oh my goodness, she does so much for me
yeah,
too.
yeah.
So,
She is. She is. Yeah. And we are so thankful to have them in the community, man.
yes, sir.
Okay. I like to express my appreciation there.
Yes.
Just having them in the community.
Definitely.
So Christian, it's 7:44 now, and we got some more announcements coming in. But what do you look? I'm trying to stop, but these comments keep coming in. Oh, we guess. Oh, look at that, Trinity Commonwealth. You can, and you will. LaShaw Temple. Okay. Thank you for your response. That was amazing. That's good. That's good, man. And to our viewers, thank you so much for sending in your comments to Brother Christian, and and I'm sure he's going to be delighted. You've given him a push today for him to keep going on. Look at Miss Jessica Chestnut. It says, my 9-year-old granddaughter, Kamara, wants to be a doctor.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
So she will definitely.
Reach for the dreams. Reach for the dream.
Okay. All right. So, look, we have to make a transition now. So it's from Mrs. Joella McQueen to come on and talk about another issue. And look, we want to make the best use of this hour that we can. So, look, Christian, I can say, you've lit up today's broadcast, and Godspeed to you, brother. I know we're going to be talking because you're the health editor. I'm in the magazine, so you're going to be talking. You're going to be. I don't know what you're going to be talking about, but it's going to be something that's useful for our community in the health area. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So until next time. And there will be another time, because you're going to have some new developments on something. So until next time, Godspeed, and
always
look at this comments, man. We're grateful. School, we're grateful for your platform, and Trinity Interview. So proud of you, Christian. All right. Thank you for You saw the information about from the World Community Magazine. We're going to be a short guest flip, so thank you all for watching. Okay, thank you all, and just hang tight in there. We're going to have somebody to come on. Don't go too far. She's coming right now, and she has some very, very important information. Thank you so much, Christian.
Thank you.
We'll be talking, brother.
Yes, sir. Always.
All right.
Of course, I'm not Joella McQueen. I mean, Edward McQueen. Since April, that's why I don't come on that much. It's too much switching over. How you doing, my beloved? Okay. Good evening, family. It is such an honor to be here with you tonight. And I'm so sorry that my sister April is working the background, because usually she and I can touch bases with each other since we don't share or see each other that often. But I just wanted to let you know that this has been a very humbling and powerful show with Brother Christian, and I'm just delighted to hear that he has gone on to do many great things, and that is a blessing for his God-fearing parents, who was my former hairstylist at one time, and she always talked about her children. She was always involved with whatever they were doing in the community and in school, and she and Brother Ozell really did a wonderful job by God's grace in raising them. So I just want to share that with them and to let them know that we will continue to nurture them, because this is a village, and whatever we can do for them, please don't hesitate to let us know. Well, as you know, my name is not Edward McQueen, but I'm happy to be with him and Sister April this evening. We have some very, very important things to tell our viewing audience regarding an upcoming event that will definitely bring out all that we have been talking about in terms of preparing. Christian talked about how he was mentored with Dr. McIver, the whole family, and just the whole community. And just a personal side note to it. Whenever I would go to Dr. McIver's office, the minute you walked in the door, you felt that warmth, that caring. And even though his receptionists are busy, but they have the time to just say, "How are you doing today?" Then when you sit and you wait, and then I remember when Christian came out to take my vitals, it was a very warm experience. And for him to say, "Do you need me to hold anything or do anything while I take this or take that?" And then to get a hug from Dr. McIver, and once she got in there. And I see this every time I go there. So I am very, very proud to say that he is going to do great things, because he has great mentors around him. And Mrs. McIver, Dr. McIver's mother, has been the icon and is the icon in our community in terms of nurturing our children. And we are still doing things for our children in terms of the summer literacy program. And when we started out, it was just the summer jobs program. I'm getting to the World Community Magazine part of it, a little bit of history. And just like Christian said, the 100 Black men took a group of students to Washington, D.C. And in that group, there was one student who asked about a summer job. He wanted to know, once he got back to South Carolina, to Conway, what could he do? So Edward and the Community Magazine thought about introducing him to a work program at the old Whittemore Middle School and Whittemore Park Middle School. And we were very proud to build this relationship with the principal, Mrs. Beard. And she was just amazed to see how well, and not only did Malachi ask for himself for a job, he wanted to bring on 2 other students. And that was the caring part. It worked out, and the principal said that she experienced a really warm kind of relationship with those students. So that's why we started that venture on that trail about 8 years ago now. And we're blessed to have Sister April, who this year wants to bring in a new dimension to that. So I'm going to quickly, I know the time is at hand, but I wanted to share this with you about the summer employability class, which will be directed by Mrs. April Garner Davis, and how she has gained the experience. And what we're going to do is to meet at the Conway Library on this coming Saturday at from 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock. And Christian, we are inviting you to come if you are still on listening. We have a variety of people coming with different talents, and this will be explained more at that reception. We have books that we have now reviewed, and we have activities for the summer reading program. These books are going to be available for our students. I'm not going to read all of them, but you will be amazed at what our students are going to be reading, because it's giving them something that they can identify with in terms of their being, their understanding, their history. And I'm just really, really, just elated to be able to do that. So please come out, parents. Bring your children. You're asking about what can I do in terms of getting my 8-year-old to be, think about going to medical school. This is important. This may be the turning point where he takes a look at what is being offered and say, hey, I can do this. Just like Christian said, he could do it with the encouragement, with the prayers, with the faith that we're going to help our children to realize that even though books are being banned, we're not worried about that. Even though universities have to follow certain procedures in terms of getting funds, we're not worried about that. What we want to do is to help our children to think for themselves, to do for themselves, and to come out to be successful. So may God continue to bless all of us who are going. And I'm getting a message from Sister April saying that the library space is limited. So if anyone wants to come to the kickoff, they need to register for one or both of the programs, because we have to make sure that we have enough space for everyone. So that's very important. Mrs. McIver is at another meeting planning, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call. We welcome all of your concerns. Thank you so much for listening. And Christian, we're so proud of you. Continue the work you're doing. God bless.
Okay, all right, right. We're so full of information today. So we want to thank everybody again for viewing the show, and as usual, we like to give out, get information out as much as possible. April like to say free 99. You don't have to pay anything. but before we go, I know we've got a few seconds. Before we go, I just want to convey something from Miss McIver about. She said that that we have 36 youth registered in the summer literature program and possibly 2 to 4 more to register. She's cutting it off tonight. Okay. All right. She's cutting. I'll say that again. She's got 34 youth already in the summer literacy program and possibly 2 to 4 more to register. She's cutting it off tonight. She's got 3 6-year-olds, 7 7-year-olds, 2 8-year-olds, 3 9-year-olds, 5 10-year-olds, 2 11-year-olds, 4 12-year-olds, 2 13-year-olds, and 3 14-year-olds, 2 15-year-olds, and 2 16-year-olds. Finally, with 1 17-year-old. That is the cutoff age, by the way, for this. So she said she definitely will need more help this year, even long distance. So need to do some Zoom sessions. Okay, I think that was it. So anyway, she told me. She said that
Library.
it's going to be at the library, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Library. Conway Library.
Yeah. April. You said that the summer literature program will be at the Conway Library May 31st. From 1 to 4 p.m. 1 to 4 p.m.
Lunch served.
Oh yeah, it's going to be food service. Food served, okay? Food served. Food will be served. See, Ms. McIver just sent a comment and said it's got 40 students, or she's just sent. All right. So look, this has been a very informative show, and we're glad we serve the community also. Okay, that's what the broadcast is about, and the magazine. That's what it's all about. We know there's a void there somewhere. You know, you're not satisfied with what comes out sometimes in the on local news media, but hopefully we can put these things out there for you. Okay, so say good night to all, and hope you enjoyed tonight's program. Look, these comments, April, just keep coming in. Yeah, wow, man. And anyway, it's Betty Goss and Ella Sunshine and Ursula Anders Grant. Oh man, okay. LaShaw Temple, Jessica Chestnut. Okay. All right, we'll see you next week. Next week we're gonna have another guest. Okay. Can't tell you who it is going to be right now, but look, it's just going to be just as an informative, which is our motto, if you want to say, lack of a better word. All right, so we'll see you next week. Godspeed, and thank you so much, April, for working in the background. You did it. You've been doing it. I got to say, thank you so much. All right, and thank you, Mrs. Joelle McQueen. That was very informative. Okay, really. And you really got that message over about the summer literacy program and all that was needed. Hope to see you all on May 31st at the Conway Library between 1 and 4 p.m. See you next week. Thank you so much. Good night.
Praises due to Allah.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching the World Community Magazine's Hour of Power Live on Facebook.